Welcome to Part 2 in the world of Rodgers, Hart, and Hammerstein. After long and highly distinguished careers with other collaborators, Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein II joined forces in 1943 to create the most consistently fruitful and successful partnership in the American musical theater. Oklahoma, Carousel, South Pacific, The King and I, Me and Juliet, Pipe Dream, Flower Drum Song, Sound of Music, and many more. And thanks to all of these came Pulitzer Prizes, Tonys, Oscars, Emmys, Grammys.
In working with Oscar Hammerstein, Dick Rodgers was now experiencing an all-new system of writing. Where Larry Hart had been so unreliable in so many ways, Hammerstein was meticulous in detail with very set work habits. And for Dick Rodgers, this was like moving to a different planet.
Oh, yes, the whole thing was a new experience. Almost invariably, I had to write the music first with Larry. But with Oscar, I would say 66% of the time, Oscar did the lyrics first.
All during Oscar Hammerstein's professional life, he felt temperamental about writing lyrics, nothing else. He felt, even in his 60s, that he was still learning his craft.
And when I stop learning, I will quickly become old-fashioned. When a young man starts to write, he's got humility, and he even goes so far as to imitate the older artists. They all do at the beginning, and then they branch off on their own style, if they're any good. It's just as important for the older and established artist or writer or owner of a factory to watch what the young fellas are doing and be guilty of a certain amount of imitation of them, because they're bringing something new, and that new thing has to be infused with your own experience and mastery of technique. I can't go along and ignore what younger men are doing. I very often recognize their imitations of me, and I'm flattered by it, and I approve of it. But I am just going to shamelessly imitate them if I see anything in their work worth imitating.
Hammerstein had an uncommonly sensitive ear for the language, yet he felt his vocabulary was limited. He felt,
as long as you know the right words, and the good words that are used every day, I think that's good enough. I think there's a danger in knowing unusual words, because you find people who are primitive in their education, they're more likely, I think, to say what they mean. They haven't got the subtle tools to cover up their meaning. The man on the Mississippi levee who sings Old Man River, he hasn't got many words, but he says exactly what he feels, and so do those simple cowboys in Oklahoma.
Oscar Hammerstein always derided the term inspiration when applied to any creative output. But he did say this: the chances of getting good ideas are more likely while you're trying to get them than while you're doing nothing at all. It's like turning a radio dial to get a certain station. If you
Sample complete. Ready to continue?